we got ourselves Mr. Ronan. Mr. Ronan, who the previous SCP was 2434, which was the wall with a sign. I believe, if I recall correctly, the sign does say stop. And by the wall, cars just like fling upwards. It just kind of like just fly up and then come crashing down. Alright, Mr. Ronan. Growing up is the name of USP right now. Okay, let's go. Growing up. Upper class saves, but ooh, I can see there's a lot here. Might be the longest one. Special containment procedures. SCP-2555 is contained on site in Spain. The surrounding areas will be barricaded with at least 4 security officers assigned to the perimeter at all times. As of 5th, 13th, 19th, personnel are prohibited from entering SCP-2555. Description: SCP-2555 is currently a 20-story building which continuously grows upward at a rate of 10 centimeters per year. 20-story building which... Okay, that growing up, gotcha. SCP-2555 leans towards the direction of the sun, positioning in the sky up to a maximum angle of 23.4 degrees. So kind of like how trees like tend to like grow towards where the sun shines. SCP-2555 will continue to follow the path of the sun until sunset, where it remains stationary until morning. Okay, in this case it just leans, so that if the sun goes up, the tower was just like, the building was just like, and then when the sun vanishes, it probably just swings back to it. Well, it remains stationary. You know what? I think it just does like that. And then once the sun comes back up again, he's just like, oh. SCP-2555 utilizes solar panels as its power source, located on the side of and rooftop of the structure. Power lines connect from these panels and reach out into all rooms in the building. Plumbing lines also connect throughout the building, delivering water containing previously unknown organic materials. All major manifolds converge approximately 50 meters below ground, forming roots that hold the structure in place. Research suggests that SCP-2555 absorbs materials on the ground to continue its rate of growth. Attempts to move or tamper with any components inside SCP-2555 will cause collections of dust to appear, commonly known as dust bunnies. These are referred to as -1. We had an actual SCP that was about dust bunnies. So actual real bunnies made out of dust. Instances of -1 have been observed to collect into masses of up to 3 meters tall. -1 will then proceed to engulf the subject. Well then, other subjects coming into contact with -1 will also become engulfed. After consumption, -1 spews a fine black powder containing many of the elements of the previous subject. This black powder dissolves into the structure of the building. Well then. Addendum 2. After containment, personnel were sent to explore the interior of SCP-2555. Exploration revealed several distinct basement areas within SCP-2555, referred to as B1 through B5, which are hypothesized to house different aspects of the structure's support system. So here we have B1. B1 is a uppermost basement located within SCP-2555. The walls of B1 are laced with electrical and plumbing lines that continue to drive into the deeper basement areas. The central portion of the basement is a conglomeration of wires surrounding a flat screen. The screen turns on when the personnel enter B1. The following is the only excerpt to appear on the screen of B1. Act, gag, act, tag, act, aka, act, got, GGG. Almost is like the that one game in the like New York the New York Times puzzle games, like the one where like you have like only 3 letters that you have to like find like different words you can make with those 3 letters. That looks kind of like the results. Like somebody tried to like act and gag, then put act again, forgetting what he did, and tag. It's like, oh yeah, sure. Attempts to retrieve more information from B1 have proven inconclusive. A request to test biological samples of SCP-2555 is currently pending. B2. B2 is similar in structure to B1. The screen contains... To B1, the screen contains a log of events that occur inside SB2555. The following is an excerpt of the logs recorded on 4th, 27th, 19th, so 12, 9 o'clock. Three organisms detected. Indicates Homo sapien. Send out hormone KW929 to L1. Determining. Non-threat. Stop hormone KW929 to L1. 1315. Detecting 3 Homo sapien. Located at cell 04-15. Determine course of action. 1317. Warning. Circuit breaker at cell 04-15 altered. Initiate defensive action. Release T13 onto Homo sapiens. 1318. P-guard detected in cell 04-15. Stop T13. Approach Homo sapiens. 1324. Error. Homo sapien non-threat. Send hormone SO1. Discard Homo sapien. 1335. Detected. Homo sapien. Condition critical. Determine course of action. None. 1340. Detected. Homo sapien. Deceased. Waste. Send P-guard. 1347. Waste successfully expunged. Determine future action. Shame. Alright, B3. B3 is a similar structure to B1 and B2. The only recorded instance of B3 screen being almost during 5th, 6th, 19th. It contained the following. Daddy won't be happy. Tonal error found. B4. B4 and its respective screens contains additional logs. A big stretch. I gotta wash this jacket. The following is an excerpt recorded on the 5th, 9th, 19th. In regards to the P-Guard, I hereby request that the numbers of P-Guard members are reduced by at least 30%. In response to the recent incident, it is apparent that you members demonstrate increased bias towards humans. Please train your men better, or limit them. Central. In response to Central, we understand your concern. However, the recommended action you have given us will not be taken into consideration. To limit our P-Guard in response to a single isolated incident would be ill-advised. Additionally, our men are trained well enough to not let bias override them. We are simply following orders, P-Guard. To your P-Guard, I would like to remind you that this is not the first time this type of incident has occurred. Not every human has intent to cause harm. It is their instinct to explore and learn more. However, this cannot be achieved if they continue to be terminated in this manner, Central. To Central, once again, we would also like to remind you that these are single isolated incidents. It is not our fault that there has been a recent surge in human activity inside the building. However, as the P-Guard, our mission is to protect against any potential threat that enters this building. We cannot afford to risk any sort of damage that might occur. P-Guard. Dear P-Guard, I have received notice that more humans have been terminated in response to the P-Guard action. Is it true that these humans were causing structural damage? However, this was done without malicious intent. I wish to remind you again that these humans are not harmful in any way. Please note that our superior would not be happy with this decision. Total error found. I thereby request access to speak to the one in charge of the P-Guard. Central. Dear P-Guard, I have waited patiently. I have not received a response. I demand an answer. I need to check something real quick. Okay. P-Guard, I have waited long enough. If I cannot get an answer, then I request access to control the P-Guard. Central. To Central, we apologize for the delayed response. To address your concerns, we would first like to point out that as a P-Guard, our job is to eliminate any potential threat that enters this building. You already said that. Second, as you know, the leader of the P-Guard is located inside B5. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to contact B5. As a final note, it is strongly advised that you do not assume control of the P-Guard. You will not succeed in doing so. P-Guard. P-Guard, I'm taking control of the P-Guard. Central. You guys are my bitches now. And there's nothing you can do about it. B5. Access to B5 is currently impossible. The entrance is blocked off by a series of thick electrical cables and steel pipes. On the 5th, 8th, 19th, personnel attempted to clear the entrance to B5. This resulted in 5 instances of -1 and 7 casualties. Including 1 agent in critical condition. Agent who witnessed the incident reported that instance of -1 took the shape of personnel as they were being consumed. Ugh. Following the incident, there have been 3 sightings of -1 resembling humanoid entities. These entities appear, despite not being a threat, despite no threat being made toward SCP-2555. Gotcha. So they just show up. Addendum 3. On the 5th, 12th, 19th, personnel who entered SCP-2555 were greeted with an audio message from the intercom speakers in the lobby area. The intent of both speakers could not be determined. The following is an excerpt of the message. Log excerpt. Humans, we strongly advise that you exit the facility immediately, for we are experiencing technical difficulties. If you fail to do so, you will be subject to be terminated by static place over for about 10 seconds. Hello? Yes. Do not listen to them. You are free to enter this building anytime you like. You are in no danger. I understand. The natural curiosity, you are not malicious, and I understand that. Even if I can't, static begins playing again. You have been warned. Please exit the facility immediately. If you fail to do so, you will be subject to termination. Your presence is not welcome. Several instances of -1 begin to manifest in front of the personnel. Do not be alarmed. This is simply a malfunction caused by the P-Guard. Manifestation of -1 begin to take a humanoid shape. Okay, this is an outrage. Are you serious? -1 instances transition back and forth between humanoid and blob-like shapes. A high-pitched beeping sound begins to play for about a minute. -1 instances disappear during this time. Afterwards, a voice plays again. Welcome to the Venus building. Static plays for several seconds. Yeah, nice try. Several voices are heard muttering during this time. Attention all personnel, please leave the facility immediately. If you fail to do so, you will be subject to termination. The building begins to rumble. Note that both speakers are identified as male beyond this point. P-God, I'm taking control. Oh, drop the act, will you? I'm your brother, for God's sake. Fine. Tell you what, we'll split this building. This side is yours and this side is mine. No fair, you get the supply closets. No fair? How do you think I feel? I haven't been able to do anything. What is going on? I will have to check what the hell she's talking about. No fair. How do you think I feel? I haven't been able to do anything. You get control of the pissy gods. You get the best basement. You always get everything. Daddy says I can have them though. Well, Daddy isn't here now, is he? What has he done for us? Screw him. I'm the oldest one here and I say what goes. Brother, don't look at me like that. Come here. Look. Everything will be alright. They may not be here, but I'm here. No. We are here. That's all that matters right now. Brother, I don't know what to do. It's okay. We just continue on together. Grow together for Daddy. Yes. For Daddy. For Billy. Both voices are playing. Personnel promptly exit the building. Conclusion: after the incident, any personnel entering the building are met with instances of -1. A request to send manned exploration into SCP-2555 is currently pending. A request to update SCP-2555 to Euclid has been denied. Oh, what was it? It was save, I assume. Yeah. So I wonder if is a building like is a building connected to their mental state, or is it like a toy for them? Because the building was also about like physically growing, so was wondering if that was connected to the brothers, if they had to grow physically or emotionally, who knows? But who's their daddy and why did he leave? What happened there? I'll be right back, guys. I'll listen to this real quick.